Hi everyone, welcome to another slow game. I'm playing my big nemesis, the 13-year-old Jeffery Xiong, who has beaten me the first time, two times what we played. I was hoping to play him later in this tournament after I get a few players that I feel a little more comfortable against, but what am I going to do? So, so I have the white pieces this game. Last two times I played him, I was black. Hopefully that'll help me a little bit. We'll see. I don't know what he was going to play, so I did some general preparation on like the dragon and the night orc, but like very surface level because you can only prepare so much when you don't know what they're gonna do. Just some lines where I didn't know anything. I need to make sure I knew at least a little bit what to do. Okay, he plays the dragon. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm not a big expert. The dragon, I've very rarely faced it in the last few months in Blitz, so I'm like not really super prepared against it. Um, oh well. We'll see what happens. I saw him playing in a game a while ago against somebody, forget who. So that's why I decided to just check the lines. But like, there's a few lines where I just, honestly, I'm very shaky on right now. Oh man, so brutal this guy. When you lose twice to somebody, and not just lose, but like you played quite well in both those games, it's like it's tough, you know. It's tough to come back that third time. And it's not like some older player who's getting worse every day. I mean, this kid's just, he's probably like, okay, I played him a few weeks ago. He's probably like stronger now. You know, which is really annoying. Here's the one problem with this line. There's this one line that's a little bit drawish, but I did kind of look something up before the game. Um, I believe basically the position's pretty drawish. If he takes with the e pawn here, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. It's a pretty boring line, though. I got to be honest. I just don't know anything better at the moment, and I feel like most players, like if they're a little weaker than me, I can somehow outplay them. Somebody like this, it's going to be tough. If he just plays all the right moves, I'm gonna have some difficulties winning this game. But we'll see. That's the thing. People don't always play the right moves, and so it's just good to have a few systems like this. You just test people. If they play right, you know, maybe it'll be a draw. If not, sometimes you can win. The thing is, it's somewhat difficult to lose this position. If he plays like all the right moves. So queen takes, bishop e6, bishop c4, f5, c3. This is all just theory, hence I'm moving very fast. I actually looked at it right before the game. I can't go knight f4 because queen to f6, so I just go c3. Now there's a few moves here. See, the thing I just looked up is bishop takes knight is a move. And, okay, he plays rook. You can sack a queen here. I don't know if he'll do it. I mean, I'm going to go knight f4, and then he has this move, bishop takes c4 is a playable move, and it's a pretty decent queen sack. But I didn't look at it too deeply. But for the most part, my gut feeling is it should be okay for black. If he moves the queen, I have some analysis. I think it's good for white. Okay, wow. I mean, maybe he's done some work too. So now it's time to start thinking. I've looked at queen f6 before. I've looked at some of these moves before. But this I haven't. So if knight e6, he has queen takes c4. He must have done some work in this, though, because he's moving so quickly. Like, you can't play this quickly unless you have studied the line, pretty much. So it's time to get down to thinking. If knight e6, queen to c4, and I don't really see what the heck I'm supposed to do there. So probably knight e6 is not playable. So I can go bishop takes e6. And then he goes pawn takes, and then I have to figure out what to do. I also have to keep an eye on the move bishop h6. I think I'm gonna go bishop takes bishop. I'm just kind of checking out my surroundings here, making sure that I'm not missing any candidate moves or something. I have plenty of time. I've never seen this move. The first move out of book, you should always spend like a minute or two just to make sure you're not doing something bad. Oh, excuse me. It just yawned. I see an interesting thing is that, well, okay, I'm going to take the bishop. After pawn takes rook d3, my idea is that if bishop h6, I have knight takes e6 there. It looks like it wins a pawn, at least a pawn, maybe more. Probably just a pawn, but it looks pretty horrible for him. So rook d3 looks okay. I can, if e5, I can play knight d5. Whether that's good for me or not, I don't know. The other possibility is just rook to e1. The problem is I think he's going to get like this e5 move in eventually. Rook e1. Well, let's say I go knight e6, like a really kind of provocative move. Let's just say I try to do it. He can go queen. See, that's the point of rook e1 is that I can maybe do it in some positions, but it's very risky. Knight e6. It's just like scary to make a move like that because my knight might just get stuck. If rook d3, e5, knight d5, I don't know, it doesn't feel so great to me. Rook e1 feels okay. Although h pawn, I don't know, could get weak someday. Maybe h4 is interesting. Again, bishop h6 never works because of knight d5. I'm sorry, knight takes e6. I don't know, is the h4 so bad? It looks pretty natural. I think he has queen e5 then. And I can trade queens and go knight d3. But it seems, I don't know, what choice do I make? Rook e1 or h4? Queen e5, I can even just move the queen away. Like h4, queen e5, queen d2 is playable. Perhaps. I have h4, e5, queen, knight d5, queen somewhere, h5. I mean, I got some action happening there, right? Opening some lines. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to do this. See what happens. Maybe I'll just go b5 and like try to attack me. I mean, the thing is, bishop h6 never works because of knight e6. Alright. It's almost as though he's studied this position. He's making every move instantly. Well, I'm going to go there. Where's he going to put his queen? On f7. Interesting. I mean, I think I'm just going to go... I'm going to go h5. I can't help myself, really. Alright, let's do it. Look at the time pressure I'm under already. Made every move instantly. If rook d8, I don't know. I take on g6 to start things off. How bad can that be? Pre-moves against me. And now what? A few options. Queen c5. c4 looks sketchy. I mean, it does give me that square, but I'm worried his bishop gets really strong. So I don't really love c4. I could just move the knight away, which is kind of lame. But like knight to b4. What to do, what to do. c4, I just don't like that bishop opening up. Even though I do get a great, long-term square for my knight. He also has b5 undermining moves. Queen c5 just looks odd to me. But on the other hand, it might be a decent move. There's something about it that, while it looks odd, it feels okay. Like, I have ideas of, I don't know what my ideas are actually. If he goes b6, I can go, queen b5. This kid's so fast. If knight b4, let's say he takes and goes e4. I always have the a pawn actually. Man, I'm gonna go queen c5. What the hell? I gotta make some stupid moves. I mean, this is a problem I had against him in the past. I get down on time, so already I feel the pressure. What's my next move? Who knows? Who knows what I'm gonna do next? See, the thing I worry about is endgames might be good for him due to a potential passed e pawn. So, I mean, his king's a little bit open, but can I really do anything about it? I would love it if I could just trade my knight for his bishop somehow. If bishop f8, I was thinking queen c4 was annoying. Because I'm threatening knight f6 check in that position. So I thought he might have some serious trouble there. So bishop f8, I just don't think it's a very good move. If b6, well, I can go queen b5, queen c4, queen c6. I didn't know exactly. So he just ignores me. Interesting. I was thinking I would take and then I could get like maybe the... He has to take with the pawn. I mean, I'm just going to take it. What the hell? I get an open f file that I could potentially use, you know? What? Oh, I can still do that. I thought I had some tricks here, but I don't. Like knight e7, he goes queen e7, queen e7, rook d1. Let me make sure I don't have tricks, though. Yeah, I don't think I do. All right. So how to proceed? Right now I'm just looking for cheap, like, just random tricks, because I do have some open lines on him, but I can't seem to make any of them work. Any of the tricks, that is. Like knight e7, just queen takes. There's nothing happening there. G3 to go knight f4. Looks a little artificial. Rook d3 to kind of give myself options with my rooks. Seems like a reasonable idea, but you just go rook e8 or something. It just doesn't feel so special to me. What to do, Greg? What to do? Pawn to g4. Looks kind of weird. Alright, Greg. Rook d3 looks like a safety move. There's nothing horrible about it. I think if rook d e5, I can just go rook to d1. I don't see how he's gonna like win my knight or anything. Let's think. What am I thinking about? All right, I gotta make a move because we know what happens when I think too long. Is rook d2 better? Nah, I'm gonna go rook d3. I was thinking rook d2 to stop rook e2, but then I decided I'm not scared of rook e2, so we'll see what happens. Somehow I don't feel like things are going that well. That's interesting. So he's not scared of queen a7. Let's calculate it. Queen a7, rook check, rook takes, king c2, rook to e2. Looks kind of annoying. Let me just check it again. Oh goodness. Like playing a machine against this kid. Alright, I'm gonna go rook to d1, I guess. I mean, I just gotta make a move because of the clock, so I'm gonna do this for now. And we'll see what happens. I mean, position still seems okay. I'm just a little intimidated due to his instant moving and the fact that I just don't feel like I have that great a position. I'm down 8 minutes on the clock. I mean, I assume at some point he's going to go b6, and then I'm going to just do something like, I don't know, queen c6. And he goes rook e6, then I go queen, I don't know, b5 or something. We'll see. Well, here it goes. Again, I'm going to try to make some quick moves because I feel like I have to. I kind of want to go a3 at some point just to give my king some place to go. Might need some place to hide someday. So what is he going to do now? Hopefully he's going to think for a second. Last game he used some time. Last game he was up on time, but it was like he used some time. And I think near the end he was pretty low on the clock. This game's ridiculous. Every move instantly. But maybe this queen c7 move is a problem. I don't know. Have to look at it. This whole line's kind of stupid for white. I think the dragon's actually a pretty good opening, to be quite honest. Very difficult for white to get any advantage in the main lines. I'm surprised it's not a little more. The reason it's not a little more popular is because it's so so many forced variations. So it's like annoying to have to memorize all these stupid variations. But my gut feeling is that black is okay in the dragon, and I'm surprised it's not more popular. I really feel like black should just be okay in a lot of these lines. Rook e1. What's the deal here? I mean, I was thinking about just going a3 and against a move like this. Let me check. I mean, I know that I can't even go there with my queen right now, but someday it'd be nice. Maybe g6, g3 is also making sense. Although I'll wait to go g3. I'll wait till I have to. Knight f4, also a potential move. Just attack that pawn. Let's see, knight f4, what does he do? Let's say he trades rooks and goes g5. I mean, it seems okay, right? Like, there's not much, it's not really making a weakness when he goes g5, so it doesn't seem too helpful for me. King c2 is also somewhat playable. It's a very computer-like move, but it's kind of a safe square for the king, believe it or not. Oh, what to do, what to do. I'm kind of leaning towards king c2. No, then he has like f4 and queen f5 type things. It looks kind of annoying. What was I going to do, guys? I forget. a3, but that also seems like a little weird to me. a4 is playable. But it looks odd also. I'm going to go a3. What the heck is it, the b3 square? Man, I never know what to do. My cat's meowing now. Big problem. What's up with knight c7, just out of curiosity? Knight c7. I can't even trade and go rook c8. Oh no, I get the rook d7 idea. It's kind of interesting actually. Let's look at knight c7 again. Knight c7, rook takes rook, let's say. All right, rook takes rook e2. Rook d7. The problem, well, rook e1 check, king c2, queen a2. Queen takes g6. Somehow, oh, I should be losing there. He's rook e2 check. Somehow I should be troublesome in this position. Oh, one moment, folks. I don't know what to do, honestly. Knight c7 seems like such a hack move. Like, ridiculous looking move, but... Get a phone call. How do I improve my... g3? Just ready to attack it someday with bishop e5, and it'll be hard to defend. Maybe I'll do it anyway. Stops the pawns from moving. I don't know what else to do. I'm running low on time. So, whatever. G3 it is. If he takes and goes bishop E5, I have rook E1, so pinning his bishop. Oh my god, how can I be down 11 minutes? This guy's a beast. How is he not like 2,600 FIDE? How does he lose to people all the time? Not all the time, but you know, our ratings are like the same. Actually, let me check his FIDE rate. No, I mean, actually, I'm higher rated, but I mean, whatever. What is his FIDE rating now? Checking it out online. Probably play a very bad strategy against him. I should like avoid all opening theory, and because he seems actually very well prepared. He's 24-12 FIDE. He will be Grandmaster in a few years for sure. Hopefully. Alright, G5 is played. Man, just pushing the pawns, no fear. So if knight c7 now, I forget even what the idea was. Oh, to go rook d7 someday. I'm going to do it because I opened up my queen to h1. I just kind of want to see what happens. I want to see what happens. It's not a great reason to make a move, but I'm low on time, man. Queen h5. Oh, no, wait. Knight c7, queen h5 is playable. Oh, no, queen d5 probably wins. I think I'm just going to do it, man. Hope for the best here. Doesn't feel right. Stop calling me, people. I'm going to turn my phone off. Too many phone calls. There we go. All right. Where was I? Rook takes rook and king c2. I mean, it seems reasonable, you know? And because I have queen c8 ideas, this king's a little open. And if we trade rooks, I feel like the position's fine for me. What was I thinking? Rook takes, rook takes king c2. If f4, you know, I have like queen c8 moves that are just annoying. The position should be alright for me. If knight c7, I mean, my knight is in the center right now. Knight c7 just feels wrong. So maybe I'll make the move. Maybe I'll do that. I'll just take and go king c2. Because I have a good knight. It's like in some positions, if it's queen and bishop versus queen and knight, that knight should be strong. I bet he's going to pre-move, by the way. He always pre-moves something. He has rook takes rook pre-moved for sure. I'm just going to do it. No, it wasn't pre-moved. Amazing. All right. Let's see. If rook e2, rook d2 is coming. If f4, I'm going to take queen c8 and bring the queen back to g4. It feels like his king's a little open, and I have a good knight on d5. His knight c7 move is just like a silly one-move attack, but I feel like I should really keep my knight in the center. That's where it belongs. So we'll see what he comes up with. Maybe I'll just go rook e8 and just slowly try to do stuff. And then for some reason, like a4 looks interesting. You never know on the a pawn. I might need to push it. Rook e8. I don't know though. Maybe knight c7 someday is good. I don't know when. I do kind of like a4 after like something like rook e8. What about queen e8? Because rook and bishop versus rook and knight might be... Now queen e, I could probably just take and go rook f3. Yeah, I can. It's just good for me. It's at least decent. Nah, it's good. So what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? I wish I wasn't down 11 minutes on the clock. It's tough when you're white, man. It's easier when you're black because you're just going for equality in general. Whereas with white, you feel like this pressure to gain some advantage, and then if it's equal, it always feels worse. Rook e2. I was gonna go rook d2. Let's just do it. Pre-move that sucker. I meant this sucker. Pre-moving this. What's he gonna do? Maybe move the rook back now. Oh, he trades. Oh, and bishop e5 now. I just assumed that like somehow I would have a good move here. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe knight e3 is playable. If queen c8, king g7 is annoying. This is very annoying. Queen h6, he takes my knight. What about c4? Bishop takes pawn, queen h6. I feel like my queen and my knight create some kind of issues. Like I'm threatening knight f6 there, you know? I mean, I'm aware he can play like bishop takes b2, but I don't know. Just somehow, I mean, I'm not trying to win anymore. I'm just going for a draw, obviously, at this point. Maybe c4 he'll just play king g7, and I'll feel like a jerk. Because then how do I do anything there? One moment, folks. See, the problem I have is this endgame could be really bad if he gets a passed pawn on the outside and it's a bishop versus knight. It could be troublesome. Maybe king to c2. Why would I do that? It doesn't even make any sense, right? That makes some sense, actually. That makes actually... Oh, makes some sense, king c2. I think, though, he should just play king g7. How do I use this knight the way I want to use it? Oh, wait. Queen c8 and queen d8. Alright, I like the look of that somehow. Shoot, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to go here. King h7, maybe. If king g7, queen d8 was my plan. And it's like a little frustrating for him in that position. So king h7 feels a little unnatural, but he does it. Stops my big ideas. If knight e3, I don't know, man. He's threatening to take my knight off right now, so I've gotta at least pay attention to that. If queen d8, bishop g3, it doesn't feel like the best thing to allow. Knight f6, nah. Knight e3 doesn't feel right to me. I can't play g4. Maybe knight. What the hell? Knight e3. I gotta make a move, right? It's not so horrible. I have 5 minutes. Beautiful life. All right, so I have knight g4 here. Queen h3 first. Is that any usefulness? Maybe, because then I go knight g4 and some weird checks are happening. Let's see, queen h3, king, let's say king g7, knight g4, queen d7, king c1, pawn takes pawn, queen h6. I need to calculate, but I don't have time. Knight g4 right away seems... Oh, it allows queen d5. It's kind of irritating. Maybe it's okay for me, but definitely irritating. I'll just play this because I don't know any better. I have to make a move. And we'll figure out what to do next move. I notice he still has queen d5, by the way. For some reason, I thought this changed that, but it doesn't. I mean, it might be okay to allow it, honestly, but it's certainly weird. So king g7, knight f5, whatever. He's gonna, if a move loses, he won't play it. So that's unfortunate. That's somehow, now I can take on e5 with check in all the lines. So knight g4 seems a little better than usual. Let me think for a second. I don't really have much time to think, but I'm doing it anyway. I think I'm gonna go knight g4. Hope I didn't blunder anything. Queen d7 is probably almost losing now, so he has to go like, you can go queen d5, I go king c2, and then bishop g7, but then pawn takes pawn. I think he's just bishop g7 looks most natural, but then it actually looks a little awkward for him. I don't see anything great for me, but at least I made his position look awkward. I could probably take on f4 and go king c2. I don't see a big problem for me there, actually. Oh man, I wish I had like 5 more minutes so bad. What's he gonna do? He always finds a good move. That was a problem. That's what's been happening in all these games. Like I think I'm getting out of things, and then he finds something good. And it's like very hard. A move that's hard to deal with when you're in time trouble too. And he calculates like these little traps well, so it's like it's just tough, man. Queen f5. Queen f5 is a weird looking move. But doesn't seem prudent. I can just go queen h6 and then take on e5 and then make some checks. Has to be at least okay for me. I hope. Queen d7. I thought that was horrible for some reason, but maybe not. The reason I say maybe not is because he did it. Usually he wouldn't do it if it was so bad. I guess king c1. I don't know. And then I'll go queen f5 maybe. Just push my king back a little bit is the idea. Well, whatever. I'm gonna do it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Queen f. I mean, okay, queen f5. I guess let's go. Let's check him. Is queen h5 any good? Wish I had ways to like win somehow. What's up with queen h5? Where does this king go? I guess he's gonna go to f8. I can't really find a way to make anything happen there. Hmm. Alright, I'm just gonna simplify things, just because I'm not having that much time left. And now I'm gonna make some checks for as long as I can. And we're gonna see what happens. Hmm. Gotta gain more time. I gotta go fast, man. I should spend like 5 seconds a move in these stupid checks. Because really, how crucial can they be at this point? Um, Jeez, 1 second, guys. Obviously, here I am thinking again when I don't want to be thinking. This king's just gonna come into my face, is the problem. I don't know how to deal with. Alright, I don't know. I don't know how to deal with it. Um, let's see. Queen c8, g4, king e4, or king e6. Just looking for cheapos, not finding any. What was I gonna do? Queen c8, right? Whatever, man. Maybe queen e6. I don't know. Oh, well then I can. I don't know. Maybe make something slightly good happen. Like take an f4 somewhere. Oh, sucks, man. The thing is, these queen endgames are very difficult. The key in queen endgames are like this: the quality of your pawn's not quantity, and his quality is very very high compared to mine. So even though we're even material, honestly, even if he didn't have his a pawn, well, it would matter because I could go into a king and pawn endgame then. But all right, so what's the deal here? I was looking for some weird attempts to go for a perpetual, but I can't find them. Let me just look in case I'm missing something. Uh, Queen G4, any good? Just go King E3 probably. I need my king to get closer. I forget what I was gonna do here. I had some idea, but I can't remember. Queen C6. It's not. Doesn't look very good. I think King E3 is like irritating here. Man, oh man, this kid is tough to play against. King E3. What do I do? He did it. He did it. So I gotta Figure something out. Probably gonna go pawn takes pawn. Pre-move that move. His pass pawn's very strong. Very strong. One moment, folks. I want to go queen g2 for some reason, but it looks a little weird. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go. Jeez, I don't even know. I'm just like kind of like frozen here. King c2 maybe. Just can't find a decent move. Yeah, I know I'm running out of time also. This is my move. I couldn't find anything better. King d3, I was gonna go king d1. It's a ridiculous looking move as it is. And just hope that somehow... Oh, it's a problem, I guess. I realized that's why I didn't want to play this move. I just forgot while I was thinking. Okay, focus Greg. It's not looking good. B3. I know I have no time left. I just can't find a move. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose. King d3 is winning, I think. I mean, I'm sure this is winning also, but whatever. It's pretty much winning right away. I can't find a move here. I'm doing that, but I'm sure I'm losing like right away. Oh my god, not again. Queen f2 wins like very easily, I think. How many times am I losing this kid? Thank God I had a good streak beating other people. Because otherwise I would be sad, but if it wasn't for him I would be crushing everybody. Because I've lost to nobody else in a while. Now he's thinking, because he's just sitting around enjoying his position. This is 16 minutes to admire it. Think about how he's going to win. Queen f2 is just winning, though. Opening chess base right now to see what I did wrong. Don't worry, I'm not cheating. I just want to see the beginning of the game. Turning on Houdini after queen c7. So I think my moves are alright for the most part. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the game off screen. I thought I was okay for the most of the game, pretty much. And then things just went a little wrong at some point. I think I had a... Oh no, it almost thought I had a draw. I basically played perfectly. I mean, looking at Houdini, it's like almost no mistake. So what can I do? I'm not paying attention anymore because the game's like completely over. What is this move? All right. I'm in Zugzwang is basically the idea. Maybe I can go queen d5, but highly doubtful. But I'll do it anyway. So, all right. King f2. What was I gonna do? King c. I mean, okay. I have no more checks after g2. It's a bit of a problem. So I give up, I guess. Whatever, man. What the heck is this muchacho? He has an automatic thing that tells you something after the game. Anyway, I lose. So brutal. Checking this position. I'm going to see if I can take on e6 too. No, it says I'm losing. Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? Maybe just h4 plan, not necessary. Just rook h to e1. Houdini likes that a little better. I don't know. Still looking off screen with chess base. It's interesting. Houdini thinks I should have not traded rooks. So just after rook e2, just brought my rook back. Which is surprising. He takes e5 was too hasty. Wait a second, queen h. Oh, well, it's hard to do much else. Yeah, Houdini sees some move like. Obviously, I didn't want to trade knights. I just didn't think I had a choice because I thought if I check, it just goes here. But Houdini sees this move. In the game, I just figured whatever, but I can just go back. And if here, I can take on g5. So Houdini's seeing this idea, which certainly makes a lot of sense. King e. I assumed he would go king f8, but yeah, Houdini actually thinks it's okay for me. So what happens when you get low on time, though? It's very hard to make good decisions. So like, probably if I had like more time, I would have calculated that. But when you're low on time, you kind of make like too many instinctive decisions that aren't good or something that don't have any concrete analysis behind them, and just like captures and forced moves and trades and crap like that. And whatever. I'm just happy I'm done playing him for this tournament. I guess I'll see him in 2 months or whatever. Another game. But you know, basically this lion and the dragon looks okay for black. I should play something less forcing, and I don't know what exactly, but it's too forcing this line. The problem is all the sidelines in the dragon are kind of crappy for white, to be honest. Like, there's really not much there, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. Rook d2 is my own. Yeah, I mean, if I keep the rooks on the board, the thing is when he starts opening up the position, he kind of gets attacked. So, yeah, he just bishop e5 doesn't do anything anymore. I don't know why I did it. I just, you know, the urge is to simplify when you're low on time. It's just like the basic instinct, and it's hard to fight it because you know, if you have more time, you can just think about it. If you're low on time and you're trying to rush a little bit, then your base instincts kick in and you'd play not good moves. Because right now, like, if he tries to open things up, oh, okay, I can take him to queen g4. Like, my king is safe. Position safe. But as soon as I went rook to... I'd say he tries this. I'm gonna sneeze, though. Rook e3 is weird. It's exactly trading rooks. Rook d1 looks normal. I'm just curious, because I guess now my knight's better posted, so like f4, I have queen e4 type stuff. Okay, some drawish type things. Whatever, I lose again. Sucks to be me. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.